Imagine a garden that not only nourishes your body but also nurtures your soul, year after year, without the constant need to replant. Welcome to the world of the perennial kitchen garden. Hi there, garden lovers. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of perennial kitchen gardens. A garden that keeps giving, season after season, with minimal effort and maximum yield. Ready to transform your gardening game? Let's get started. Perennial plants are the superheroes of the gardening world. Unlike annuals, which need to be replanted every year, perennials come back stronger and more productive each season. Imagine a garden where you plant once and harvest forever. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's very much a reality. Let's take a look at some all-star perennials that can transform your kitchen garden into a perennial paradise. From the sweet, juicy strawberries that kids adore to the robust asparagus that packs a nutritional punch, there's a perennial plant for every taste and culinary need. Starting your perennial garden is easier than you might think. Today, we'll plant some asparagus, one of the most rewarding perennials. All you need is a sunny spot, some well-drained soil, and a bit of patience. Trust me, the payoff is worth the wait. First, loosen the soil to a depth of about 12 inches. Create a trench and place the asparagus crowns about 18 inches apart. Cover them with soil and water generously. In a few years, you'll have a steady supply of fresh asparagus that can last for decades. While perennials do take a bit longer to establish compared to annuals, their longevity and low maintenance make them a worthwhile investment. Plus, they often have deeper root systems, making them more resilient to drought and pests. One of the greatest joys of a perennial kitchen garden is the diversity it brings. Imagine stepping outside and picking fresh herbs for your dinner, gathering berries for your breakfast, or harvesting veggies for a hearty soup, all without having to replant every year. A perennial kitchen garden is a garden primarily composed of perennial plants that provide food year after year. Unlike annuals, which need to be replanted each season, perennials continue to grow and produce crops without the need for annual replanting, making them a sustainable and low-maintenance option for gardeners. Benefits of a perennial kitchen garden. Sustainability. Perennial plants, with their deep root systems, help improve soil structure, enhance water retention, and reduce erosion. This makes them an eco-friendly choice, contributing to long-term soil health. Low maintenance. Once established, perennial plants require less maintenance than annuals. They generally need less water and are more resistant to pests and diseases. This makes them ideal for busy gardeners or those who prefer a less labor-intensive approach to gardening. Diverse harvest. A perennial kitchen garden can offer a diverse range of crops, from fruits and vegetables to herbs and edible flowers. Common perennial edibles include asparagus, rhubarb, artichokes, strawberries, and herbs like rosemary, thyme, and chives. This diversity can contribute to a varied and nutritious diet. Cost-effective. Since perennials don't need to be replanted each year, gardeners save on seeds and plants. Over time, this makes a perennial kitchen garden a more cost-effective option compared to an annual garden. Resilience. Perennial plants are often more resilient to adverse weather conditions. Their deep roots allow them to access water and nutrients from deeper in the soil, making them more drought-tolerant. This resilience can result in a more reliable food source year after year. Starting a perennial kitchen garden. Planning. The first step is to plan your garden layout. Consider the mature size of each plant, their sunlight requirements, and how they will fit into your overall garden design. Grouping plants with similar needs together can simplify maintenance. Soil preparation. Perennials thrive in well-drained soil rich in organic matter. Before planting, Amend your soil with compost to improve its fertility and structure. Plant selection: choose a variety of perennial plants that suit your climate and soil type. Consider incorporating a mix of vegetables, fruits, and herbs to maximize your garden's productivity and culinary potential. Planting: plant your perennials according to their specific spacing and depth requirements. Water them well after planting to help them establish strong root systems. Mulching: apply a layer of mulch around your plants to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and improve soil health. Organic mulches like straw, leaves, or wood chips work well for perennials. Maintenance: while perennials are low maintenance, they still benefit from regular care. Water them during dry spells, prune as necessary to encourage healthy growth, and apply compost or organic fertilizer annually to replenish soil nutrients. Examples of perennial edibles. Asparagus: once established, asparagus can produce spears for 20 to 30 years. It requires a sunny spot and well-drained soil. Harvesting begins in the 3rd year after planting. Rhubarb: this hardy plant thrives in cooler climates and can produce for up to 20 years. It's primarily used for its tart stalks, which are ideal for pies and jams. Artichokes: these plants can produce for several years, yielding delicious flower buds. They prefer mild climates and well-drained soil. Strawberries: perennial strawberries can provide fruit for several years with proper care. They prefer full sun and well-drained soil. Herbs: many herbs, such as rosemary, thyme, chives, and mint, are perennial and can provide fresh flavors for your cooking year-round. Challenges and solutions in perennial kitchen gardening. While perennial kitchen gardens offer numerous benefits, they also come with unique challenges. Addressing these challenges proactively can help ensure a thriving and productive garden. Establishment period: perennials often take longer to establish compared to annuals. During the first few years, they may require more attention, including consistent watering and protection from pests. Solution: be patient and provide extra care during the establishment phase. Use organic mulches to retain moisture and consider installing drip irrigation to ensure consistent watering. Weed management: since perennial beds are not replanted each year, weeds can become a persistent problem. Solution: mulching is essential in perennial gardens to suppress weeds. Regularly check for and remove weeds before they become established. Consider using landscape fabric or organic mulch to minimize weed growth. Space requirements: some perennials, like rhubarb and artichokes, can take up significant space in the garden. Solution: plan your garden layout carefully, allowing enough space for each plant to grow to its full size. Use vertical gardening techniques for smaller spaces, and choose compact perennial varieties when available. Pest and disease management: perennials, like all plants, can be susceptible to pests and diseases. Solution: practice integrated pest management, IPM, by encouraging beneficial insects, using organic pest controls, and rotating crops within your perennial beds. Healthy soil and proper plant spacing can also reduce the risk of disease. Nutrient management: over time, perennials can deplete soil nutrients if not managed properly. Solution: regularly amend the soil with compost or organic fertilizers to replenish nutrients. Conduct soil tests periodically to monitor nutrient levels and adjust your fertilization plan accordingly. Designing a perennial kitchen garden. A well-designed perennial kitchen garden not only provides food but also enhances the beauty and biodiversity of your landscape. Here are some tips for designing your garden. Create zones: divide your garden into zones based on plant types and their requirements. Group herbs, fruits, and vegetables separately to facilitate maintenance and harvesting. Layering, use the concept of layering to maximize space and productivity. Plant taller perennials like artichokes or fruit trees at the back or center, with shorter plants like strawberries and herbs in front. Incorporate companion planting. Companion planting can improve plant health and yield. For example, planting chives or thyme near strawberries can help deter pests. Seasonal interest. Choose a variety of perennials that provide visual interest throughout the seasons. For example, asparagus offers tall, feathery foliage in summer, while rhubarb provides bold, red stems in spring. Wildlife-friendly features. Incorporate features that attract beneficial wildlife, such as pollinator-friendly flowers, bird baths, and insect hotels. This can enhance the biodiversity of your garden and improve pollination rates. Incorporating perennials in urban gardens. Urban gardeners with limited space can still enjoy the benefits of perennial kitchen gardening. Here are some ideas for incorporating perennials into small or urban spaces. Container gardening. Many perennials, such as herbs and strawberries, grow well in containers. Use large pots or raised beds to cultivate perennials on balconies, patios, or rooftops. Vertical gardening. Utilize vertical space by growing perennials on trellises, walls, or vertical planters. This is particularly useful for climbing plants like kiwi vines or espaliered fruit trees. Community gardens. Join or start a community garden to share